Garage Comedian.
It's a beautiful day for a joke.
And now it's time for Garage Comedian News.
But that's real news.
Hello and welcome back to the Garage Comedian News. I'm the Garage Comedian. And hey baby, it's cold outside. Here in the garage tonight. Perhaps I should have dubbed myself the Living Room Comedian. Then I could have been all toasty and warm inside by the fireplace this evening. Oh, that would have been so heavenly. Hello and welcome back to the Living Room Comedian News. I'm the Living Room Comedian. I smell something burning. On second thought, the garage will work just fine. 'Tis the season to watch your favorite holiday movies, and there is none bigger than the 1990 hit Home Alone, which is the highest grossing Christmas film of all time. John Candy, who was already a huge star to that point, got paid a measly $414 for his appearance in the film, a deal he negotiated directly with John Hughes. When Hughes was asked about the negotiation years ago, he said, "I totally owned it. It was like taking candy from a baby." George Clooney caused Flowbee sales to skyrocket last week when he revealed he uses the vacuum-like device to cut his hair, and has been for the past 22 years. I myself could not afford a Flowbee back when I had hair, instead purchasing a knockoff model, the Crappy. My hair went from that to that. I just wanted a little off the top. Now I have none. A wealthy Frenchman left a tidy sum, kitty litter joke, in his will to 50 cats living in the basement of a Russian museum. When the cats were asked by a local reporter how they intend to spend their newfound wealth, they said nothing. Why? Because they're cats. They can't speak. That same reporter turned up dead a few days later. I think it was the cats in the museum with the kitty litter. Tidy brand. Disney World has been adding digital masks to rider PhotoPass images on people who did not have a mask when the picture was snapped. When asked why they're doing it, Disney responded, "There's a lot of ugly people out there and we're just trying to cover that all up." No, I'm kidding. Disney would never say that. Never use the word ugly. Beautifully challenged, I believe is what they said. No, I'm kidding again. Look at me. We're all beautiful. On the inside, anyway. Former New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady, who spent 20 years with the team before signing with the Tampa Bay Bucks in the offseason, and who bought a new fancy boat early last week, recently said, "You won't catch me dead living in the Northeast anymore." Instead, Brady can be caught dead most Sundays on a football field in Florida. That one was for you, Bobby G. Old people, Florida, boats, he's in the right place. And finally tonight in my Festivus segment, which is an homage to the fictitious holiday in Seinfeld in which one airs their grievances, I have a bone to pick with one LeBron James. King James said last week that he won the two hardest NBA championships in history. The first being in 2016 when the Cavs overcame a 3-1 series deficit to defeat the 73-9 Golden State Warriors, and this year's title amidst the pandemic. So let me get this straight. You want credit for sucking in 3 of the first 4 games of the 2016 NBA Finals before winning 3 straight, and then this pandemic year, when all players stayed in a playoff bubble on Disney property in luxury hotels for 8 to 10 weeks after having 3 full months off before that due to the pandemic. Am I hearing you right?
The wretch, concentred all in self.
I happen to agree with the Warriors championship being one of the hardest roads, but not the Golden State Warriors you defeated, LeBron. Rather, the San Francisco Warriors that Wilt's 76ers defeated in the '67 finals, which had future Hall of Famers Rick Barry, Nate Thurmond, and Al Eddles. And on that road to immortality, they had to knock off the 8-time defending champion Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, led by Bill Russell, Casey Jones, John Havlicek, and Don Nelson. Which is harder, knocking off an 8-time defending champion, which won 2 more titles immediately after, or a team that amassed 73 regular season wins against a watered-down NBA? I'll let you decide. And as for this season's difficult championship, let me just say this. All LeBron has known during his entire career is first-class accommodations. NBA players, these oversized human beings, used to fly commercially, just like you and me. Talked to Charles Barkley about sitting at Philadelphia International Airport for hours waiting to leave due to multiple flight delays. There were no private charters. Those didn't come to pass until the late 80s. Traveling back and forth from Philly to LA on a commercial aircraft was no picnic. In fact, studies have shown that NBA players are more susceptible to poor performance when they do a lot of traveling by air. For this season's playoffs, LeBron just rolled out of bed, gave Mickey a high five, and then strolled over to the court. There was no travel involved. And for those of you thinking because I now live in North Carolina that I pledge my allegiance to Michael Jordan in the GOAT debate over LeBron and that I have some kind of agenda here, not true. I have no skin in the game. I only live in the Tar Heel state. Boston is my home. That's where I spent the first 41 years of my life. I'm a Larry Joe Bird guy. LeBron loves the spotlight and loves to tell us all how great he is, like when he declared himself the greatest basketball player of all time after the 2016 NBA Finals. There's a song by country artist Tim McGraw, Humble and Kind, with a lyric reading, "When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind." That's how I choose to live my life. Thank you for tuning into the best goddamn YouTube channel of all time. Until we meet again, I'm the Garage Comedian reminding you it's always a beautiful day for a joke. That was a bad shot. I'm no LeBron, though I'm sure he'd tell you that. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more funny videos like this, click the subscribe button. The more you know.